Matthew 10:28. Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light, and what you hear in the ear, that preach ye on the housetops. And fear them not which are able to kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. The fear of the God of the Bible. Do we have to fear the Most High? I was talking to a friend, and we were discussing the complacency people seem to have when it comes to the highest. I see the energy people give their holidays, careers, social media, and sports. They buy jerseys. They plan ahead of time. They spend hours. Most people have the highest on the back burner, and his commandments are a side thought. Then it came to me. Most people aren't afraid of the highest. If you look up the fear of God on the internet, you're going to get some watered down answers, some explanations that don't make any sense. This general misconception is why most people make the wrong choices. These wrong choices have severe consequences. My advice will always be for you to read for yourself. The scriptures explain themselves. The person who knows them best told you to be afraid. Real fear. But most people ignore that simple fact. In Matthew 10:28, he's telling his disciples to go out, but there was persecution for them at that time. Some of them were put to death. But he said, don't worry about that. There are two entities that you have to be afraid of, either people or the Most High. And he's telling you, be afraid of the Most High. Don't worry about people. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 1 through 5. But a certain man named Ananias, with Sapphira his wife, sold the possession, and kept back part of the price. His wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the disciples' feet. But Peter said, Ananias, why has Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Ghost, and to keep back part of the price of the land? While it remained, was it not thine own? And after it was sold, was it not in thine own power? Why hast thou conceived this thing in thine heart? Thou hast not lied unto men, but unto Elohim. And Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and gave up the ghost, and great fear came on all of them that heard these things. When studying the scriptures, it is important to understand that there is no difference between the Most High in the Old Testament and the Most High in the New Testament, despite what we've been told. This event took place in the New Testament, in the book of Acts, after the Mashiach, or Christ, has died and been resurrected. Yet we see the Most High took the life of someone who broke the commandment. The punishments remain the same in the Old and in the New. The only difference is the timetable of the consequences. Sometimes the punishment is immediate, and at other times it could be years later. The only way to avoid the punishment is to keep the commandments that the Most High gave Moses. So let's read Ecclesiastes chapter 8, starting with verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know it shall be well with them that fear Elohim, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before Elohim. Verse 11 says, because people are not punished immediately for breaking the commandments, their hearts are set on evil. We should read and study the commandments every day, even if we don't fully understand why the highest wants us to do the things that are written. Fear of the highest should be our guide. We should never believe because nothing happened to us immediately after breaking the commandments, that there are no consequences waiting for us down the line. This is Exodus 20, starting with verse 17. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. but not let Elohim speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, Elohim is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where Elohim was. After the Most High gave Israel the commandments, and they heard the host of heaven along with the lightning and the trumpets, because the Highest wanted them to be afraid. Fear is what keeps men on the straight and narrow. When the fear is gone, people will do what they think is best. They were so afraid they said to Moses, You speak with the Most High. We don't want to deal with this anymore. Moses tried to comfort them, but they knew better. So let's read Deuteronomy 18, starting with verse 16. According to all that thou desirest of the Most High our Elohim in Horeb in the day of the assembly, saying, Let me not hear the voice of the Most High, neither let me see the great fire any more, that I die not. And the Most High said to me, They have well spoken that which they have spoken. The Most High said they were right to be afraid. Even though Moses tried to comfort them, they knew better. So let's read Judges chapter 2, verse 7. And the people served the Most High all the days of Joshua, and all the days of the elders that outlived Joshua, who had seen all the great works of the Most High that he did for Israel. The elders who had first-hand accounts of the great and the terrible Elohim served the Highest until their death. We should have the same fear and serve the Highest by keeping his commandments. I hear preachers giving their congregations wrong information that will not work in the long run. I believe we should want to do the things that will work. For example, if you wanted to lose weight, why would you want to kill yourselves exercising if you knew for a fact that it would not work unless you changed your eating habits also? Likewise, if you want to please the Most High, we should want to do the things that are accepted by him and not waste time on the things that will not work. Jeremiah 2:19. Thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter, that thou hast forsaken the Most High thy Elohim, and that my fear is not in thee, saith the Most High of hosts. Jeremiah 5:22. Fear you not me, says the Most High. Will you not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree that it cannot pass? And though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet they cannot prevail. Though they roar, yet they cannot pass over it. Proverbs 9:10. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy is understanding. Mark 12:32. And the scribe said unto him, Well, Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one Elohim, and there is none other but he. And to love him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love thy neighbor as himself is more than whole burnt offerings and sacrifices. I only go to give it to you as straight as I can. It is important not to deceive ourselves, and to see the Most High of the Bible as clearly as we can. The Most High of the Scriptures is to be feared. He is merciful, but that mercy runs out after a while.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment down below.